Aladdin and the Genie, the magical adventure. Once upon a time in the vibrant city of Agrabah, there was a kind-hearted young boy named Aladdin. He lived on the streets with his loyal monkey, Abu. Though they didn't have much, Aladdin had a big heart and a wild imagination. He would often dream of grand adventures, hidden treasures, and magical worlds far beyond the streets he called home. One day, while wandering through the marketplace, Aladdin met a mysterious old man. The old man wore a long robe and had a twinkle in his eye. He looked at Aladdin with a knowing smile and said, "I have a special job for someone clever and brave like you." Curious, Aladdin listened carefully. "There is a hidden cave deep in the desert, filled with treasures beyond your wildest dreams. Inside the cave there is a lamp. If you bring me that lamp, I will reward you with riches beyond imagination." Aladdin, always eager for adventure, agreed. "I'll do it," he said, his heart racing with excitement. The old man handed Aladdin a small map, showing the way to the Cave of Wonders, and warned him, "Inside the cave you will find many treasures, but you must remember one thing. Touch nothing except the lamp. The cave will only open to one who is pure of heart." Aladdin set off with Abu, following the map through the hot desert. After a long journey, they finally arrived at the entrance of the Cave of Wonders. The cave was enormous, with glowing jewels embedded in its walls. As Aladdin stepped inside, a voice boomed, "Who dares enter the Cave of Wonders?" "I'm Aladdin, and I've come for the lamp," he replied boldly, holding up the map. The cave rumbled in response, and the entrance slowly closed behind him, sealing him inside. Aladdin and Abu carefully made their way deeper into the cave, and soon they found themselves surrounded by piles of gold coins, sparkling jewels, and rare treasures. But Aladdin remembered the old man's warning and resisted the urge to touch anything. Finally, after what felt like hours, Aladdin spotted a dusty, old lamp sitting on a pedestal in the center of the cave. He carefully approached it and reached out. Just as his fingers touched the lamp, Abu, ever curious, snatched a shiny ruby from a nearby pile of treasure. Suddenly, the cave began to shake violently, and the ground cracked beneath their feet. "Run, Abu!" Aladdin shouted. They dashed toward the entrance, but the cave was collapsing around them. Rocks tumbled down, and the entrance was quickly closing. Aladdin felt his heart race as he realized they might be trapped forever. In a panic, Aladdin grabbed the lamp and rubbed it hard, hoping for a miracle. To his amazement, a swirl of thick blue smoke poured out of the lamp, and a loud voice boomed, "Who dares to awaken me from my slumber?" A massive, swirling figure appeared before Aladdin, an enormous, magical genie. The genie stretched his arms and let out a long yawn. He looked at Aladdin with a mischievous smile. "I am the genie of the lamp. You have set me free, young man. For that, I will grant you 3 wishes." Aladdin's eyes widened in disbelief. He had heard stories about the genie, but he never imagined he would actually meet him. He quickly thought of a wish, his mind racing. "I wish for us to escape the cave." The genie snapped his fingers, and in the blink of an eye, Aladdin and Abu were standing outside the cave, the entrance wide open. The cave's rumbling stopped, and everything was calm once again. Aladdin took a deep breath, feeling both relieved and amazed. He turned to the genie and said, "Thank you, genie. You saved us." The genie chuckled. "That's what I'm here for, kid. Now, you have 2 more wishes to use as you like. What will they be?" Aladdin thought for a moment. He had always dreamed of a life of luxury, of living in the grand palace with beautiful clothes and riches. He wanted to be someone important, someone who could live a better life. But then he remembered something. He had always been happiest when he was with Abu, adventuring, laughing, and just being himself. "I wish to become a prince," Aladdin said, "so I can go to the palace and be someone special." The genie nodded, and with another snap of his fingers, Aladdin was transformed. His ragged clothes turned into a dazzling royal outfit, complete with a turban and shiny jewelry. A grand elephant appeared for him to ride, and a procession of musicians followed, playing cheerful tunes. Aladdin felt like a different person as he rode toward the palace. But deep inside, he felt a little nervous. He wasn't sure how the Princess Jasmine would feel about this sudden prince who seemed too perfect to be real. At the palace, Princess Jasmine was out in the garden, looking wistfully at the stars. She had always wanted to marry someone who saw her for who she truly was, not just her royal title. When Aladdin, now Prince Ali, approached her, she was taken aback by his grandeur. But when they began to talk, something magical happened. They laughed, shared stories, and found that they had so much in common. Aladdin realized that he didn't need to pretend to be someone he wasn't. As the evening wore on, Aladdin's heart began to feel lighter. He didn't need riches or a royal title to win Jasmine's heart. He just needed to be himself. But just as things were going wonderfully, the old man who had tricked Aladdin into finding the lamp appeared, revealing his true intentions. He wasn't just a poor man, but a sorcerer named Jafar, and he wanted the lamp for himself. He stole the lamp from Aladdin and ordered the genie to make him the most powerful ruler in the world. With Jafar's evil wishes, the palace and the kingdom were thrown into chaos. Aladdin knew he had to stop him, but he didn't know how. Then he remembered his third and final wish. "Genie," Aladdin called, "I wish for you to be free forever." The genie's eyes sparkled with surprise and joy. "You would give up your last wish for me? Are you sure?" Aladdin nodded. "You deserve to be free, Genie. You've done so much for me." With a powerful snap, the genie was freed from his magical chains. As he flew into the sky, he turned to Aladdin and said, "Thank you, my friend. You've given me the greatest gift of all." With the genie now free, Aladdin and Jasmine worked together to stop Jafar's evil plans. They bravely defeated him and restored peace to the kingdom. And though Aladdin could have kept his riches and title, he realized that being a kind and honest person was all he truly needed. In the end, Aladdin and Jasmine were married, and the genie, now free, traveled the world, living his own adventures. Aladdin never forgot the lesson he had learned, that true happiness comes from being yourself, and that kindness and friendship are the greatest treasures of all. And so Aladdin, Jasmine, and Abu lived happily ever after, in a world filled with magic, love, and endless adventure. The end.